couple days ago, I posted my 10 least favorite movies I saw this year. Today, I am naming my 10 favorites. And once again, these are not just 2025 movie releases. These are just films from all years I watched over the course of 2025. So let's jump right in. And first off, right here are some honorable mentions: a couple classic monster films, a 2025 horror film, a classic Christmas movie, and a beloved 80s film. Out of the classic Universal monster films I've seen so far, The Wolfman may just take it. I love the writing and the flow of this one in particular, plus they helped you get more invested with the characters along the way, but all the original entries are fantastic. Menace to Society is a rough watch, to put it lightly. There is some dark humor that is woven in surprisingly well, but outside of that, this feels very raw and unforgiving. It's hard to feel sorry for most core characters necessarily, but it gives you so much more needed perspective. Widely known as one of the best horror films of 2024, The Substance is not hard to follow thematically, but it is still unique in design, darkly comedic, and shockingly grotesque. And it kind of just made me grateful for my simpler life. One of the best horror films surrounding sleep. A husband's dangerous sleepwalking habits began to become a threat to his wife and his newborn child. This was gripping. Every time the characters went to sleep at night, I was constantly on edge, wondering how far things would go, and just wondering what this was all building up to. One of the biggest surprises of this year. This animated film was basically a version of an origin story of Santa Claus, and it was beautifully told. The hand drawn animation was top notch. I simply wanted the best for everyone. This captures the spirit of Christmas in a really unique way. In the slums of Rio, two kids start to diverge onto different paths. One as a photographer, and the other as a notorious kingpin. This movie's directing and editing style is as chaotic as the story it has to tell. Heartbreaking in so many ways, especially when kids are involved. This coming of age story is brutal to witness, but it is told in such a masterful way. And I know this may seem high to many, as E.T. is nowhere near even Steven Spielberg's best movies, but I don't care. This contains so much nostalgia and desire for adventure. I already have a deep love for alien movies of all types, but this is a fantastic coming of age story that is just so wholesome and fulfilling. I know I still need to see the original, but I just couldn't resist the casting in this 1978 remake. This alien story depicts dread like no other, humanity and safety gradually slipping away from you, leaving you with a deep sense of foreboding. Absolutely love the writing here. Now, I'm not big into anime, but I have been wanting to get into some of the classics, modern day or otherwise, and I felt Spirited Away was a fine choice to try, and as you can see, I have no regrets. The commentary here is crisp, it mixes in humor as appropriate, and the fantasy elements look magnificent. Plus, this has quite the suspense for a PG rated film. I finally saw Saving Private Ryan this year, and there have been a lot of war movies, good and bad, but this one has well crafted action, gruesome effects, and tough guy military lingo, of course. But this movie captures the grounded human element like no other. You have many badass soldiers protecting and serving, but the moments of vulnerability and questioning is what was gut wrenching to witness. Also, moments of attempted mercy and understanding, and this was one of the most brutal films I've seen in its own way, even compared to a lot of the bloodbath gore fests that I've seen as a seasoned horror fan. This one definitely hits differently. Those are my top 10 favorite movies I saw this year in 2025. I'd love to hear your list as well. Let me know your thoughts on either ones I named here.